Definitely. Definitely need to clean up in here. It is. Oof, I need to wipe this car down too. It is just about 60 degrees, upper 50s, but it's going to be close to 70 tomorrow, 80 after that, 90 after that. So we're going to have hot weather for the next bit. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to sand and see if this will come out of the clear or how deep this has gone. This line right here. That's from it sitting on a stance and the pads made a mark in the clear. I'm gonna see how deep that goes. If not, we'll just repaint it. I'm not gonna paint today, obviously, because it's too cold. So we gotta finish taping up the front and the back. And if you guys jump on and are interested, we'll keep going. If not, we'll just do a little bit and jump off. So the first thing I got to do is clean up. Oh my goodness, this can get away from you so quickly. So while we're giving people time to jump in the room, I'll be doing just that. Welcome next. That. Towels out of the way. Ooh. Oh, wow. Who's on? Well, I was just trying to do a little straightening up until you guys started to come in, which I didn't realize you're going to come that fast. Wow, that came out wrong. Yes, scratch that. Not that kind of channel. I really need to sweep this mug out, but since you guys are on, we'll just go ahead and get to work. What we're going to do is obviously finish the back trim, taping that off, and then we're going to tape off around the cowl. Is this part, this chrome back here. We're going to tape along here, and then we're going to put a sheet of plastic over everything and tape that sheet of plastic to the tape that's on the chrome. So the plastic's on, because we're not going to try to tape up all of this. That would just be way too much. But we're going to go ahead and whip this real quick. We know how fast that goes. So Let's go ahead and get started. I'll show you guys some paint I bought. Well, I'll show you now. This paint right here, I found a new paint store. Um, ooh, 2014, 2016. Ooh, I don't know if this is the right stuff. Well, before I put it on the car, I'll look. It only cost me 20 bucks, and that is going to be the paint I'm going to use for this car right here. So we're just getting rid of all of the clear peel where it burned off on the top of the car. See, not even doing the whole trunk, just the top of the trunk. Still got it taped off. I'm gonna hit it with the plastic tomorrow. Because I live in a nice neighborhood, I try not to junk up the driveway. I tape it, paint it, and untape it, and unplastic it. After I shoot it, I don't leave stuff with plastic all on it sitting in the driveway. Like I wouldn't have it like this sitting in the driveway. But what we're doing for this one is we're getting this one taped up so we can. Oh, we should have more cars. VLS. A lot of people buy these. A lot of people are shipping these over, especially the station wagons. They're shipping them over to Europe. So there are plenty of people that agree with you on that sentiment of being more cars like that in Europe. I'm assuming you're talking about the 64 Impala and not the Sonic, the Chevy Sonic. But let me sit you guys down. I'm going to put this shroud back on the tire. Really? Thank you, Sage. Yeah, we're doing the last. We're doing the last touch-up work. So, once your car is done and you're doing other things, putting the muffler and stuff on, you'll get different dings and scratches or whatever. Once you get everything on, you take it loose and go back and fix everything paint wise, clear wise, whatever wise for the last time. And that's what we're doing now. So the car, for all intents and purposes, is finished. But again, it's too cold to really paint. If you paint in different temperatures, it will dry to a different color. And that will jack up your then you just defeat the purpose of what you're doing. So we are going to hold off. You know what? Let's check to see if this paint matches. Because this is 2014 through 2016. And I know this car is a 2018. And I just want to make sure before I get out there tomorrow. Where are you in Texas? I'm moving back to H-Town. Oh, I'm in the DFW, so I'm a little high. I subscribed. I'll be back for sure. Cool. Appreciate it. Sage, the car scene in Texas is something else. It is. It is. So you do got to do a little something to stand out. I kind of compete with California guys because the guy who taught me how to do it is from California. Where is my paint can opener? I'm trying to pop this can open and see if it's close enough to the color I need. I'm not gone. I'm right here. Don't panic. I just want to pop this can open and see if I'm about to make a terrible mistake. I mean, even if it's close enough to get away with, I'll be all right because I'll just fade the paint into the doors. But for what this car is, it's not that big a deal. I can't get this top off of this. All right, let you guys see what I'm doing. All right. Here's the color of the paint. Is that the same color? Of course. You got to get in the light. Let's turn it around. Trying to determine if it's not the same color, it's so close, they're not gonna care. I'll spray it really. Ooh, it ain't gonna matter. I'll fix it. But I think it's the right color. When you got these metallics, you really don't have a lot of idea what it's gonna look like. Exactly what it's gonna look like anyway, until it hits the car. But that ain't hitting nothing until tomorrow. So I will be up early. As soon as it hits 70 degrees, I'm gonna be painting. Let me see. My break is over. I'm back at work. I subscribe to. I really want to see what you got working. Have a blessed day. All right, my man. I look forward to seeing you. 1922. All right. Okay. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna tape off the back quarter panel. We're gonna leave these. I'm gonna have to do. I think I'm gonna paint in a particular direction, and I'm gonna paint off here and just have paper hanging. I'm not gonna mess with these letters. I'm just gonna protect them. I'm gonna tape off the top of the cowl, tape plastic onto that. That'll protect the Continental kit and everything. Let's get going. So let's get our. I'm gonna close this door because it's cold. No point in having the heater on with the door closed. I mean, with the door open. So we are really working on the 64 today. I just want to show you guys the paint that I got for that other project. We're gonna knock out 64. We did first video we did the top and the mirrors. Next video we did the side trim and the door handles. Generally you take your door handles off, but I don't feel like taking off my my door panels on the inside. Then we did our fenders. So we're rocking and rolling. Got our motor emblem covered. Now we're just gonna go down the side and get this going. So let me get you going. Where's everybody from? Talk to me. You know I like hearing from you. I'm gonna sit you guys down right here. You can see what's going on. And I'm gonna get started. Yeah, I know. Kill the cameraman, right? Okay. I really should have washed this car first, or washed it better. I regret doing that, but I'll work around it. I'll work around the mistake I made. But so we're gonna stay on for an hour. See how interested you guys are in today. If you're interested, we may stay a little longer. If not, I'm not gonna make you suffer through a video about something you're not interested in. Definitely want to knock off the dust. You can either blow it with your you either blow it with the air compressor, or you can wipe it off. Same technique. Stick it up into that crack and then fold it over. Don't rush the technique, because trust me, if you can do this job with very little overspray, it is extremely rewarding. And much faster. The more times you touch the car, the more opportunities it is for a mistake. You don't want your chrome. Yeah, you don't want the chrome exposed. Nor do you want it on the flat part of the car. Yes, it is that deep. Make sure that no pieces are overhanging. Now, as much as I let my garage get a little dirty and out of sorts, it's got to be clean before I start painting. So that is no choice, no brainer. Garage has to be clean before you start painting. Just for the bottom line, you can't be tripping over stuff trying to paint. Using this paint stick, like we were talking about the putty knife I was using to smooth it out, I'm just getting this tape down. And this is loose right here, which means I got to go in the trunk and try to get around the other side of this to tighten this down. That must have been something I just skipped when I was doing it. Like, don't worry about it. But now it's time to worry about it. It's a little curve on this, so we're going to use a short piece. It's easier to control the tape the shorter the tape is. So when you first start off, don't rush yourself trying to do long pieces. You know, get the groove with the short pieces. And make sure you're pushing them down. Make sure that that tape is, and that may sound like duh, of course, you will start to rush. You know, if you're gonna skimp on something, that's something you'll skimp on, is the quality in which you make sure that tape is down. 'Cause if you get the tape right, it's gonna be a wonderful job and you're gonna love the results. If you don't, you're gonna be mad that you could have did something as simple as make sure the tape was down to make a difference in your paint job. Especially touch-up jobs. Because now the car is done. You don't want to have mistakes you got to keep taping the car up and refixing it for. So when you're at this level, if you're not going to take the time, just don't do it. Do it another day. Come back another day. If you feel like you're in a rush or you're getting toward the end, so you're not using the technique as close, just take a break. It's okay. And just practice will tell you which widths of tape to use, when and where. And there is no one way how to do this. So you'll have some people saying, that ain't how you do that. Well, there are some things that don't work. But the bigger part is, whatever works is the way to do it. And different people that's into different kind of cars, who learned in different places, there's a million ways to do all of this stuff. So just listen, chew the meat, spit out the bones. Whatever the person is saying that you can use it. Whatever you don't want to use, just leave it there. You don't even got to argue with them. Because eventually, you're going to come up with your own technique. Eventually, you're going to come up with the way you do it. And if you're doing it on your cars, really should nobody have nothing to say. Not your car. Why are you worried about it? Even watching this video, you'd be surprised the longer you watch the video, your eyes and mind are practicing. So when you go to do it, you'll actually have more technique than you would have had you not watched the video. Yeah, while you're thinking about it, that's practice too. See, I'm getting it in that crack behind it, getting it behind that chrome. Now, make sure the edge is down. Coming back. Getting a good seal on that tape. Okay. And there we have it. Quarter panel done. We can go over to the other side. Or we can tape off this bumper. I don't know if I want to take it off. Let me think about it. I know what I'm going to do on the other side. So let's give it a look. Quarter panel done. Antenna done. Top plastic off. Door, quarter, mirror, done. Switch to the other side. Oh. Okay. Ooh. Worst cameraman ever. Correct. Told you. All right. Gonna start on this quarter right here. I just want to go back to this Continental kit. I'm probably going to end up gluing this on, but that is just crazy how well that rubber fit on there. Rubber I already had. Came with some cruiser skirts I had bought. I really need to clean up. When you're like knocking stuff over, the game is bad. So, let's get started on this side. Just insane. So we're gonna hit this quarter panel right here. Ugh. Ooh, something on the car. I thought it was some chips. No, it's something on the clear coat. All right, we're not worried about that. Let me take that off. This was really dumb not to wash this car again. Even though I had. Because if I get it too wet, I'm going to mess up the tape. So, lesson learned. But, keep going. Same technique. Tuck it under into the crack. We're down into the crack. Turn it up. Get it behind that chrome, your fingernail or whatever. That flat against the bottom. Now hit that crease. And we all good. We'll come back with the thin tape and get that because we're not gonna leave that exposed. We don't want any paint on the chrome. All right. Ooh. Today is the 17th. Wow, I just thought about something I gotta do in a court thing I gotta take care of in Indiana. Wow. I better do that today. Yes. Ugh. We definitely got to blow out this garage. It's not like me to let the garage get this bad. I don't even know how to snuck up on me. Even with being in and out of town. Whoa, okay. Are you kidding me? Today is just not a good channel day. Man, I am just dropping stuff and Okay, get this knocked out. So, quarter panel done. Let's start on the cowl. Now, how I'm gonna get this cowl done, I have absolutely no idea. Um, this is the cowl, right? So I'm assuming we should go with tape around here and then tape plastic onto here and just let the plastic kind of fall down and protect everything naturally. Well, here are my wrenches I've been looking for. So instead of using wide tape, yeah, we'll go with this one. But the same technique applies. Tucking it behind it, under it, not getting it on the car, but really trying to get it specifically on the chrome. I'm not worried about it covering the whole piece of chrome because I'm taping the plastic to the tape. So this will never get hit. This is going to be covered with plastic. But I still want to make sure my corners are good, my ends are good, because you don't want to get paint in here on your chrome. You don't want any paint on your chrome whatsoever. All right. So the only thing I'm doing is just going down the trunk, or deck lid. That's another name for the trunk. It's a deck lid. So if you're buying parts and you hear somebody say deck lid, or it's listed as a deck lid, that's what you need if you're looking for a trunk. I didn't know that when I started working with cars. All right, I'll show you what we did. And remember, we don't have to cover all the chrome on this one because the tape, the plastic is going to come down, but we just went around here, down there, and we're going to go to the other side, do the same thing. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Let me see. Is there a I'm so sorry. Is there a reason why you mask the trim handles rather than remove them? Swill. My bad. For some reason, my it's not scrolling. My chat is not scrolling. Yes. When you're finishing up and the only thing, you're not painting the car, you're touching it up. I'm clearing the car, but I'm not painting it. This car is finished, right? So I'm just hitting the last stuff to make it, any scratches, any dings. But to take off the door handles, I got to take off the door boards, all that. Not trying to do that. So that's why I'm taping everything off. I'm not, and like I said, this is for the last touch ups of stuff that happened while the car was being finished. So little chips like that here. It's another one under here. We'll fix that one. Down in here. bottom of the trunk, little spots like that. Like this right here has to be repainted. Top of that fender has to be repainted. So yeah, that's why we're doing it like that. Marima, I am wonderful. How are you? This is a 1964, David. This is a 1964 Chevy Impala. I'm sorry. Please forgive me for missing you guys. Chats. It should scroll, but I must have touched it, and it just stayed on one. I just thought nobody was asking questions. My bad. Ask away. I got you guys. But I'm gonna jump on this other side. If you got questions, just storm right in. I want to make sure you all can see what I'm doing. All right, here we go. All right, here, here. It would be so much cooler, but it is what it is. Yeah, this is more of a touch-up than a paint job. The car is already painted. So, best practice is at least to take the door handles off. But, nowhere in the world I'm taking all this trim and... no. Nope. There's already some paint on this. So I'm still going to have to clean this anyway. That's what happens when you don't take that time. You're not consistent. You don't stick to the technique. You may not even find it then. But you'll find it later. All right. I'm going to turn it around. It's hard for me to give you guys a good look that way. See that? Now we're going to cut some plastic that will cover all of this up. And we're still going to have to tape it. Because I don't want white paint in here. But I'm not even painting this way. I'm going to be painting here. Yeah, I'm only going to be painting right here on this side. And then some stuff up here. So I really shouldn't have to worry about that too much. As far as taping up the bumper, I can just kind of tuck it in there to stop stuff from going in there because I'm not going to be painting back here. I'm not painting the entire car. I'm gonna have a sheet of paper. I'm gonna have I'm gonna use the body line to hide where I painted. And it's gonna be paper shrouded out. And so when I hit it, none of this will be touched anyway. But this is just in case when it's in the air, you don't want that on there. Okay. From India. All right, Oli Praya. Well, I hope you subscribe to the channel, Oli. Glad you made it with us. What time is it there in India? And what is the weather like? It's just too cold to paint here. It's in the 50s here, and I don't like painting in the 50s. 60 above, I'll paint. When I get a heated garage, that'll be less of an issue. Um, let's cut some plastic. Let's cut some plastic, why don't we? We put these towels down when we were working on Continental Kit. We're going to take those out of the way because we're going to cut and probably cut into the table. Towels will just be in our way. All right. I'm just kind of guesstimating how much plastic I'm going to need. No need to guesstimate. I'm going to turn you guys around so you can see what I'm going to do. Measured. Okay. Doesn't have to be exact, so pretty much where my hand is, my fingers are. Up. Wow. Sorry guys, I never turned you around. Plastic's cut. So, turn you back. Jay's World, my brother from another mother. What it do, homie? It's going all right. It's going all right. We got a. Oh, look. Jay, check me out. Check me out. We got Continental Kit. Got it done. But you remember how the edges of this chrome was scratching up and we put this tape on it and was like, okay, we're going to put the tape on it till we can figure it out. But we knew that the tape wasn't a permanent deal that was going to stop it from doing that. I had some rubber from my cruiser skirt that I had not used, and it goes on this perfectly. So I'm gonna have to glue this down and maybe even consider doing the same on this, and now they're protected, so I should have less paint scratching. But that's what we've been to, Jay's World. So thanks for checking in on us, man. Appreciate it. Oh my goodness. All right. Seeing how it's kind of making sense now. Thank you. I was so happy that, and again, before you go out spending a bunch of money, look through your garage. Look for stuff that you already have. Don't spend a bunch of money if you don't have to. Did you ever get that emblem done? Oh yeah. Here's the emblem. Oh wow, killer cameraman, right? Yes, here's the emblem, and I found these paint markers at O'Reilly's, and that's what I'm gonna do the fill in with. But I like how it turned out. Doesn't get any neater than that. But of course, you got to put the color in it. And check these out. This actually hooks on to here. Felix Chevrolet, Figueroa and Jefferson in LA. This is where all the original lowriders got their Chevys from. So I had bought one online that was plastic, and a buddy of mine told me, do not do that. It's not the right thing. Get an original. I had to go back and get an original. So this is actually chrome metal. So got that going. We're going to get this taped down, and then I think we're going to be done for the day because we are coming up on an hour. But really, I'm glad I got this much done. We got everything taped off for the last touch-ups just so we don't get any overspray on anything. This can actually come off. I'm going to try to sand these out. This little line right here. I think that's just in the clear. Yep, coming down this side. Let's see what we got. Yeah, it's pretty good how that turned out. But I really want to see how it is when we finish. Let me see. Thank you. All right. So, remember, short pieces of tape work out real good when you first started, just like we're doing that. Oh. Half plastic. I really wish you guys were closer so you could see what I'm doing. They say they got these glasses now that I can record on. I'm gonna re-clear it. I got some touch-up spots I gotta do. Touch up. Oh man. Touch up here. Touch up here. Touch up here. Remember, I scratched the car when I put the cruiser skirt on it. Oh, I got a touch up here. Just the top of this fender. I touched that. Remember where I scratched it? Where I was putting the cruiser skirt on? Touch that. I spilled something. I think it was brake cleaner on it. So I got this sanded down. Got to touch that. And the top of that quarter, I got to touch up. So since I'm hitting those spots, I don't want any overspray to get on anything that's expensive or that it shouldn't be on. So I'm going to go ahead and tape up everything just so none of this chrome in particular gets any overspray on it. But since I got it like this, I might as well, once I touch all that up, I'm going to have to clear it anyway. So I'm going to clear the whole car instead of just trying to clear the touch-up spots. That's going to look crappy. So I'm going to clear the whole car. Let me see if you guys can see what I'm doing. If I put you right here. Yeah, I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. I don't think you're gonna be able to see it right there. Not gonna see it. Oh crap. Well, I'm gonna try to get you where you can best see. Are you kidding me? Where I'm getting this plastic down to the tape, and I get a short piece of tape, and I go half tape. Lighting isn't even good back here. I go half on the tape, half on the plastic. Then I come back with the whole thing. So we do it on the bend, we do it everywhere. Now, a lot of car channels are not going to show you how to do this because A, they find it boring, and B, unless you're doing it, it is boring. But until you need to do this and you don't want to mess up your car, this is very important information. Trust me. I'm going to be glad you actually watched this video. So you got to watch that. You do not want it to get on the car. You want it behind the chrome. That's where you can't rush. See how I rushed it right there? I didn't do the technique, and this tape ain't right. Cannot put it on the car. It's got to be on the tape. You got tape on the car, that means you can't get clear on the car. So I'm gonna try to go over a little bit. All right. I'm gonna do a little sticky working behind this Continental kit. If we take our time, we'll do it right. Really, if you don't, not rushing is the key. If you find yourself rushing, just take a break. Just stop. And what I found when you're doing this kind of work, it increases your patience. Can you see what I'm doing? Oh yeah, you guys can see. Okay. And if it's increasing your patience, what struck me was if I can have this kind of patience with a car, an inanimate object, I should be able to have this with people. So hopefully it's improved me as a husband and a father as well. Son, grandson, brother. You see how we covering up all this chrome without having to use a gang of tape? We're gonna do the same thing for the front. Now, most of the painting, you gotta remember, we're not gonna be painting back here, really. Well, we're gonna be painting back here, so this is gonna be okay. But even when it's in the air, it can get on the car, so that's why we're taping up so many areas. When that paint gets in the air, it's gonna tell them where it's gonna fall. So wherever it falls, you want it protected. Hope is the worst plan you can have. You don't want to hope it's not gonna get on your car. Or hope the paint doesn't go over there. See that? All that. You gotta make sure it's down though. Man, we got under my heart. Okay. I'm about to run out of juice. We've gotten our hour in. We're gonna finish this side just like we did the first one. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna let it run out. when it cuts off, we ran out of juice. But we're gonna ride it out together. Oh, it's already on 2. We're about to lose it. So tell you what, guys, hit that alarm. Next time I'm on, make sure that you guys subscribe to the channel. Hit that alarm bell. I'm gonna you